welcome back everybody. I am Joel. This is FSN, Fantasy Shit Talking Network, the voice of Black and Blue and Beggars and Bitches, coming to you from the iconic FSN building in Seattle, Washington. So, let's bring up the standings and see how we are doing this week. Alright, let's start with Black and Blue, where in the Black division we have Miller Time and BDM, both at 4 and 2, tied for first place. Then in the Blue division, Funk and Groovin sits with a comfortable 2-game lead at 5 and 1. Over in Beggars and Bitches, Pimp Sob also has a 2-game lead at 5 and 1. And then in the Beggars division, Dick Insider and Chumbe are tied for first at 5 and 1, with Kimchi Killers behind them at 3 and 3. You know, speaking of Kimchi Killers, I noticed something. In the last 7 years, Kimchi Killers has only drafted out of the top 6 picks one time. And that includes 2 number 1 overall picks. Why? Well, let me tell you why. Okay, so let's talk draft, and more specifically, the way we generate our draft order. Since our leagues have started, we have awarded last place with the number 1 overall draft pick. In a world where cancel culture, unnecessary roughness penalties, and participation trophies have been normalized, this is just another example of the left pushing their socialist commie agenda, subsidizing failure, welfare for literal losers. It's also ineffective. When we hand them the first pick, what do they do with it? The old saying, can't win for losing, has never been more true. So I'd like to propose 3 alternatives to our system, starting with good old-fashioned capitalism. Aren't we trying to be America? Okay, so proposal number 1 is an auction, where we auction off each round, starting with the 12th, and work our way down to the 1st. If a round doesn't sell, it moves to the end of the list. After all, isn't money what this is all about? Proposal number 2. Okay, so you want parity? Well, how about we generate the draft order based on the highest points against? That way, for the most part, the lowly teams will still be in the upper part of the draft, but there is an element of luck, so lottery draft supporters might be able to get behind this plan. Opportunity, not subsidy. And then, of course, lastly, we have Dale's favorite rule proposal every year at the lottery draft. Vilified by the media, me, and resisted by our leagues, it may actually be the fairest way to generate our draft order. Pure luck. No one has a leg up, the American dream, a fresh start each and every year. Any way you look at it, we have to address our draft. Our leagues have been around since we were on paper, before computers. But what makes them great is the ability to change. Fresh blood, a dynamic scoring system, and now is the time to address the draft. Okay, so that's it for our show this week. Thank you for joining me, and join me again next week, same time, same channel. And as always, good luck, losers.